Boom, zoom, boom, zoom, boom.
Do, do, do. I like that. Do, 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 do. Girl, I wish I knew you were so strange, but I can tell you that I am a pimp, and I ain't no simp.
Okay,
Here we go.
that's D-Mac.
That's how I go. That's how I go.
Oh, okay.
Just like that.
Y'all didn't. For some, if you started out the song, but didn't go in with me. So
I
is that
didn't
not
know what
You were doing
started
you were doing D-Mac's version.
in your own world, brother.
Hey,
So it
man.
wasn't supposed to be a remix?
I don't
No,
think it was.
It's
That
never.
ain't,
That's what
that's
y'all-
not the words. I'm not trying to pressure you.
There you go.
Just it's about you.
Just
You
gotta
ain't even really gotta be my girlfriend. I just wanna know your face and your peace of mind.
What if she wanted to be your girlfriend? Now you done.
Ooh, see, little lady.
She could. She still could. She still could. We just got to get to it.
Nah.
Hey, you know what's a crazy song? If you listen to it, listen to Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married.
What's crazy about it? It
It's
seems pretty straightforward to me.
We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it.
Yeah.
Like,
So they
what?
settling.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
not
we
a
damn
good
near
look,
40,
bro.
so minus.
No, you say that all the time. No, nigga. No, you almost 40. Everybody else under 35.
We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it.
Cool.
You,
That's
I'll be
crazy.
36.
As soon as you said might as well, it's like,
yeah,
Might as
it's
well.
no boy. It's no boy. But what up, y'all, man? It's D-Man the Flair along my coach, my boy, my dog, Breon.
What up,
Super
boy?
producer, Blandon Cut.
What's happening?
And this is Bellies of Bullshit, man. We appreciate y'all for fucking with us and rock with us, man. This is episode 139 on they dog ass.
On a pung.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, man. We getting up there. We getting up there, man. And as you see, we are live on location at the Midwest League Studio, man. We have no other than the queen herself, the founder of Midwest League. Been doing this for years. And we gave her flowers already, but we're going to give her digital flowers today, man. Y'all make some noise for Ladina Brown. You like that? You like that?
You gonna say something?
where are my flowers?
See,
See, I thought about them on the way here,
see,
and I was already late.
see. We had to redo this whole thing again. You know what I'm saying? We brought flowers, and
We're here.
the flowers are over there.
I brought them.
Good, thank you, Blair.
We bought flowers,
I just forgot. I ain't gonna hold you.
but yeah, we bought flowers because she deserved them. But again, today we're giving you digital flowers because we don't have any physical flowers with us. Oh yeah, let me see them flowers. We haven't given you your flowers yet, so here's your flowers.
Hey, they still look good, kind of.
Where you find him at, bro?
They flowers. They don't always gotta be roses, niggas. The thought
He
they
went
count,
to
bro.
Kroger for $19.99.
I don't give a. She wouldn't
Thank
care.
you.
She wouldn't care
I
for
like
me.
the flowers.
You
I do.
like 'em?
I still do.
And it was
auntie got something in
Ladina,
her bag.
and it was to let them know it was mine. I said, "Hey y'all, we need to bring her some flowers."
I
Let's
appreciate
let's
the
switch it
flowers.
up. So shut the
Brian
fuck up.
Gumble?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
All right, damn.
But again, Ladina, welcome to the Bellies of Bullshit. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. This has been in the making for almost a year now. And when we first told Ladina, she was like, nah, I got to get ready for that. I need to be I need to be mentally prepared for that. And
Cause y'all be doing a lot of cussing and stuff.
you know, so we got we gotta tone it down a little bit because you know how we get. But we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming here.
Honor.
Welcome.
It's an honor. It's an honor. This space is beautiful.
Beautiful space. You had.
The setup is by let me go look because I forgot her home design. So shout out to her home design, man. If you know any type of interior design, make sure you guys hook up with her home design, man. All right.
They're also teaching students how to build houses now.
Ooh,
Like they're building a house from the ground up with high school students.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like that because a lot
Are
of
they partnered with like with which school? Like, are they just
Any high schools, there it's like one of the graduation tracks.
Okay.
If they choose that track, they come there every day, like first through third period, and they learn the different parts, whether they like interior design, construction, electrical, whatever part of the process.
That's dope.
Yeah, they took like the trade stuff out of the schools. So with that being in the schools, that's pretty dope. I like that. I like the different in the high schools. They don't teach you. They're not trying to teach you that it's things outside of being pro sports and Instagram famous, things like that. They don't teach you like them jobs are lucrative too, like being a plumber and trades. You know what I mean? Like, well, I remember when we was in school. What was that school called down in Atterbury? Job Corps. Like them, they didn't. Those were schools that was teach you like the electrical stuff and trades and shit like that.
Tech High School actually used to have those different programs.
I know that. I remember them having like mechanics, auto mechanics and stuff.
Yeah, they had different. You learn how to cut hair. All kind of cool stuff at Tech.
So I like that. I like the fact that they're doing that. So
it's needed.
It's definitely needed. Again, so we got Ladina on the show, man. But we're gonna get out to our thing first, man. Ladina. Every episode we ask, "How's the mental?" So, how's your mental today?
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good. Mm-hmm. That's good. I went to church for the first time in a long time Sunday. 8:00. So one of my pops, not my real pops, but somebody I called pops growing up. His birthday was Sunday, and his wife asked me last week, "Hey, pops want to know. I want you to come to pops. I want you to come to church for pops' birthday on Sunday." I said, "Okay, what time?" She said 8:00. I said 8:00.
A.M.
A.M. And this is the Saturday after Love Jones. We had Love Jones the night before. And, we didn't leave there till like 1:30. And I'm like, so I got there and I made it and I fell asleep. I didn't.
You went to sleep in church?
I couldn't help it.
Hey, look, listen, man. It's the safest, bestest place that you could ever find. So good sleep,
a good nap. A good nap.
I knocked out in
boy,
church.
I couldn't help it. And with my sleep apnea, boy,
it's over.
Man, they knew
it's
it. Over. Yeah, oh, boy.
Hey, look.
You know when you snore. You know when you're not trying to go to sleep, but you're going to sleep, and you do that.
You catch yourself. Before you go.
Then you got people looking at you like.
And my dad used to do that shit in church. He used to do that. Like Colts games always came on at 1. So 12:30, you can see he can fidgety. He just he just get like, come on, Pastor, let's go.
Yeah, let's get up out of here. Yeah, she caught me with the whole. It was only an hour now. We was in there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Granny didn't pop you.
Nah. I was.
They just let you go.
And they made me take off my. And they made me take off my hat. I said, "Oh yeah, I won't be back." I came in with my wardrobe. Yeah, that's what I said. I said, "Damn, she wearing that."
Church house is different, bro.
I don't see the difference.
Bro. It's a big difference.
But it is
in a church hat, to a regular hat.
Niggas ain't in the street thugging with church hats on. You're like, nigga, women ain't in the street thugging.
Be in the way, bro. Let's keep it real.
All the flowers and shivery.
Where else you gonna sit?
Don't sit behind them,
man. Sometimes church it be too packed in there.
You saying a church hat and a baseball cap?
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
You wear it on your head.
Disrespectful.
You wear it on your head. It's the same thing. Woman, lady, I can't see. Take the hat off.
So is a wave cap and a turban the same thing?
I was about to say something. I keep it to
myself.
Either
way, it's inappropriate at the airport. I mean, like as far as the when they wear the
you can wear a turban.
What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
But the thing, the way the shower caps and shit. That's what I'm talking
about. A bonnet. That he said a turban.
Wave cap. Look, man, we gonna rewind it, bro. We not about to start off like this. We not about to do this, okay? We got royalty here, bro. We cut
up. Bonnets and wave caps. Is that the
bonnets and wave caps the same thing to me? I think
not the same.
It's very similar.
They're similar, but they're not the same.
He said a turban.
They can wear the turbans at the airport.
You said a turban. I said, hold on, when they make that rule?
Boy, I'm about
drop clock. Hold on, man.
They get rid of a lot.
Hold on,
but
man.
Look, man, let's tone it back. Let's tone it back in, man. So your mental is how's your mental?
Oh,
good?
mentally I'm good, bro. I got a good day, little midday sleep when I went. But the word was good too.
What was the word? What you learned?
I'm pretty sure it was good.
God is good
all the time. And when all the time, God is good. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. How's your mental?
I'm doing pretty good, man. You know, I woke up in high spirits today. You know what I mean? I got some things accomplished. You know what I mean? I made it here, you know, when I was supposed to be. You know what I mean? Got some good sleep. You know, I'm good. I'm to the beat. I'm to the beat, big dog.
You to the beat.
I'm to the beat. Had a cooler weekend. Very
Moving
eventful.
and grooving.
Moving and grooving. You know. What about you, Blair? You good over there?
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. I've been good, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You been on spring break.
Spring break and this being engaged is cool.
Yeah.
We just been doing like a little planning here and there, you know, trying to figure out the wedding party, wedding date. Yeah.
Oh, you one of them.
Nah, I'm gonna be involved.
You,
Yeah, it's
you
my-
gonna be a groomzilla?
Nah.
No, yeah. This gotta be right.
He for real. Look, he know what's up.
Them flowers, them.
They can handle that. I'm just more so. I just want like input on the color scheme, and
So what song are you gonna walk down to?
I ain't gonna walk down to nothing.
You just,
I know my wedding song, like my first dance song.
Well, you gotta walk down to something.
I do.
Yeah.
Do what you do. Watch my.
I've been feeling like a man when I walk through.
I might walk down to Jiggalate. I don't know.
That is
Something, you know.
diabolical. Some nap
I'm a
town
nap
shit.
nigga. I'm a
That's
nap
some
nigga,
town
bro.
shit.
Y'all know the venue yet?
Aesthetically pleasing for
Nah,
this episode.
That's what we need. Like people don't know. Like y'all don't know. Like the team is gonna be heavily involved.
Who?
The team. All of us.
Oh, hey, no, I'll be volunteering.
No, I'm involved.
Who? Hey, just tell me where I gotta
Look,
be so I can be there.
Thomas, Cheese, Jericho.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
everybody gotta be.
the involvement is there. Savannah, Diamond, Usher. Usher
Can
back
Bria be the flower girl?
Hell no, she bad as hell.
No, she not.
Yeah, no,
She look the youngest little. You know what I mean? She could. You know,
Phoenix is.
Now, her
Phoenix-
niece,
yeah,
her niece,
Phoenix
her
is,
niece, yeah, but her niece gonna be the fly girl.
Yeah. All right, but let's dial back, man. Obviously, like we said, man, like Brian said earlier, we have royalty in the building. We value you because of what you've done for the city. We're always adamant about making sure we tell people how much Naptown means to us. And Naptown wouldn't be anything without Ladina Brown. You know what I mean? So that was one of the reasons why we definitely wanted to have you on. Because again, we wanted to give you your flowers. And we wanted to make sure everybody knew who they were dealing with. You know what I mean? So let's take it back to the beginning. Where are you from? What side are you from? Hold on. Yeah, where are you from? And how was it growing up in Indianapolis?
from the middle, Mapleton Fall Creek, the middle of the city.
Mapleton Fall Creek. Okay.
Growing up, they bused us to Decatur, so we went to school on the south side. I had a good childhood.
It was lucrative. Like, so going to Decatur, it's not one of the inner city schools. So was it like a predominantly like a white school? Mm-hmm. So
how did that happen? Like, was that just like the area?
You know, there was desegregation where they were trying to like integrate the schools basically. So they bused students from different areas of the city out to the outskirts. So like if you lived a little north of us, people went to Franklin. Mm-hmm. Or if you lived kind of east, they went to Southport. Yep. Or it just depended on what side of town, what side of the city you were on, where you got bused out to. And that's been going on. That was going on since like my stepmother was in school, I think. But they stopped doing that. So now if you go to that school, it's because you live in that area. But the area that I was in, they sent us to Decatur.
Was Decatur more of a newer school back then? Because I know it was a lot. I guess I get why they did that, but that constantly happened though. Like you said with your elders and then to you too. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I remember I had cousins that lived over there by 34th and Emerson, and they was getting bused to Southport. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I didn't know that. I didn't know anything about that. The desegregation, that whole thing. I went to Ripple. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason why I went to Ripple from where I was because of the magnet. You know what I mean? I was in the magnet program.
I mean, also our parents saw the benefit in the education that we got going to those schools because there's more resources there, you know? So we had different opportunities, but in the long run, it really kind of hurt because you're not going to your neighborhood schools. So then your neighborhood schools are dying. And now you see like what's going on with IPS because all the money was being sent everywhere but to
IPS,
IPS.
yeah.
And then with us going to school 30 minutes away from home, it's less likelihood that your family gets to really be involved. Like you're spending an hour of your day on the bus, but I mean it's a lot of bonding time
No, I can
with
it's a
your
cool
with your
experience.
peers.
I get that
But-
because when I went to Perry, they used to bus the Brightwood students out, and they were like, "Bro, we would have to wake up super early to get on
So
the
you
bus."
lived in Perry?
Yeah, I lived in Greenwood,
Oh, okay.
so they would bus the Brightwood students to Perry Meridian, and I would always see them falling asleep in class, and they were like, "Bro, we got to wake up super early to catch the bus." Like, I had to be up at like 6. They had to be up at like 5 damn near. They had because their bus would come between like 5:45, and
Damn.
they would have to have like special buses come get them for like after school
Right.
and sporting events. They would have like it was just a lot, and
Right. So
they was not messing with it. They did
yeah,
not.
by the time you get out of a football game, then you waiting for everybody to come to the bus. Then you have to get all the way home, or if you miss the bus in the morning, it's not like you can walk to school.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
got-
like you
yeah.
can get dropped off. If your parents already went to work, you have to wait for the late bus, so you're missing multiple classes out the day. So it could it's like a gift and a curse, you know.
What I kind of took away from that was you saying how it's kind of hard for like the parents to get kind of involved with the schools because of how far it is away from home. You know what I mean? So and that would keep the support in school would be likely more less
Right.
because of
I mean,
how
they
far away.
provided a bus for parents sometimes for certain things that they deemed it necessary for.
Yeah.
But it's not like the students whose parent lived down the street. You know?
Yeah, it's easier access for the ones down the street.
And it's just a thing of like the purpose of it. It really took away from the wealth of resources that could have been being pumped into our neighborhoods.
Absolutely, because it's all that extra funding that was going to those outside. Because you better believe it, those schools was getting a kickback from that. You know what I mean? Especially, all that money should have just went into that neighborhood. You know what I mean? And those resources, like all them dollars could have went to so much more than busting y'all out of, you know what I mean, to desegregate some shit.
Yeah.
Just invest in what we already currently have. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I thought that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it really devalues the area that you already live in too.
Because we had a school down the street, Shortridge, or like imagine if we had all went to Shortridge
Exactly.
and built Shortridge up. And even when it comes to sports and the competitive teams and things like that, it's like all that talent could have been in
Back
the
in this-
neighborhood
yeah.
schools
Yeah.
and getting titles and things. Like look at how great Addicts was because that was the only option. All the black kids had to go to Addicts. So then Addicts demonstrated
Excel,
greatness.
yep.
And then they saw that and they said, "No, we got to move these niggas out."
Yeah,
And that's and yeah, it's messed up because now it's just like when people grow, you want your kids to go to these best, these great schools, but they're above, or you want to go to, I don't know, these private schools, you know what I mean? But it's just like, dang, it's like, man, it's some dope schools that's in the neighborhood too that could really benefit from a great kid, like a star athlete going to a Broward or a
Yeah,
star athlete
exactly.
going to, you know what I mean?
I mean,
to a
kind of like when
Howard, you know what I
Dion went to go to a black school.
mean? Right.
It was like, watch what I can do when we put our talent where our people are.
Absolutely, we flourish every time.
Yeah.
yeah. So Decatur, you graduate from Decatur. So what's do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're going to do after when you graduate? So a lot of people graduate and don't kind of know what they're going to do, or did you
No,
know that
I
you was going to get
didn't
into the media? So what was your
Well,
mindset at that
I
point in
guess I
time?
kind of knew. Like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
I mean,
Boy.
So I went to when I was in high school. I also was writing for Scoop magazine. So I always was into writing and just journalism in general and reading. And so when I went to college, that wasn't my plan though. I went to Butler and I ended up switching to learn about how to create the magazine, but it's not like I left high school and knew immediately that I wanted to do this.
Yeah. So
where'd you go to school at? What college?
Butler.
Butler, dude. So from Butler, like, what was like campus life like? Like, was there like a black student union going on back then? Like, what was that?
It was.
And why Butler of all schools?
So when I was in high school, I actually got pregnant with my son my senior year. And so I stayed in town despite scholarship opportunities because I didn't want to be away from my family because I didn't feel comfortable. And Butler offered full tuition, and so I'm like, I can go to this prestigious private school and I don't have to actually pay for it. And it was down the street from my neighborhood, and I really wasn't into campus life like that. I really was still like going to class and then going to the neighborhood, meddling. But I did join Sigma Gamma Rho sorority. I worked at the campus newspaper, the Butler Collegian. There is a student union there. And I was a part of like a diversity scholarship program. So I guess it was kind of a mix, but I didn't live on campus. I didn't spend a lot of time there like that.
Okay.
So the sorority, I have a different. My mindset about Greek life is
Tread lightly, D-Man. Just please.
We got to.
God damn.
okay. Why did you join a fraternity? Let's start.
Sorority.
I mean
I
sorority.
joined
I'm
the
sorry,
sorority.
sorority. My bad. Sorority.
I joined the sorority because I believed in the mission, and it's based in sisterhood, scholarship, and service. And being from Indianapolis, and Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated was founded in Indianapolis at Butler University.
Okay.
So it's like to attend this school that's like a predominantly white institution was the home of a divine non-organization. It didn't make sense to me to do anything else. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I felt like I was I was walking in their footsteps, literally on this campus that they fought their fight on. You know?
Yeah.
So
That's a good reason to join a sorority. See, in my mind, I just gotta keep that to
What
myself.
is it, man? Because what's up, big dog?
it's weighing on your heart. What's
Yeah,
going on?
the step in and all that shit is. I feel like
that's so far from the foundation of things.
But
though.
I feel like some people join for not for the mission. If they want the limelight, you know what I mean? The aesthetic. They join because of what they see on TV. They don't really join for the mission or what came before them or how hard it took the people before them to get there. And
You may be right, brother. But
There
there
are
are also
some
some
people
people
like
that really, about that action. You know what I mean? They really see the truth and the purpose
yeah,
behind it.
and that's what I'm getting now.
So would you
No,
you want to join now? You can always join.
no,
now.
I wouldn't. I think
I was Kappa League president in high school.
Kappa League president. What
Yeah, Kappa League. I did Kappa League in high school, Ripple.
at Ripple? Where was the Kappa League at?
It was downstairs, Mr. Hey, what's the big dude? Big.
Y'all went to high school together?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, we went to Brown.
we went to Ripple together. Yeah,
Yeah, so,
we got a little time.
It was a good time.
We got a little time. Yeah, this. Yeah, we went to Ripple. It was one of them. I like telling the
Kappas are
story.
founded in Indiana too. You know?
The Kappas. I don't. Which one's that? The ones in the.
Crimson and Cream with the Canes. Yeah, they were found at IU.
Oh my.
Them. I mean, again,
How are you alive, nigga? How ain't nobody beat your ass yet?
bro? Them niggas. I mean, them dudes. Bro. Like I said, I keep it to myself. But again, there's a mission behind everything, right?
Yeah, man. Like, just like joining like a group like that, man, is dope. Like black, like I wasn't like Black Male Initiative in any sense. Like it was just great. See.
He's just in everything, bro. He a horseback rider and Capital League president, and
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Cause I'm well rounded.
I was a junior alpha man in high school.
I was kid president to damn, what's that organization called?
CDL.
CLD. CLD with Tevin Studdard. Yeah, that was my dog.
I want to get into CLD, but I wasn't able to.
You wasn't the cream of the crop like we was.
Shut up, fool.
Yeah,
So then I have a question for you, Ladina. How did you get into media? What was your calling? When did you know, like, yo, this is it right here. This is what I want to do.
I always liked to read. And so it just kind of not transition, because I read both books and magazines. But reading magazines led me to believe that I wanted to work at a magazine. And I pursued that. So I read magazines from Word Up, Right On, Black Beat, XXL, Vibe, Sister to Sister.
My favorite used to be King. I used to love King
pictures?
magazine.
No, I'm just playing.
No, King D-Mac. King magazine. You don't remember King? Mm-mm. Y'all remember King
Is
magazine?
that the Video Vixen one?
Yes.
So I can only
Esther
imagine.
Baxter?
So you had posters all over your
Cubana Lust.
Yeah, I had themes on each wall, you know. And so then I started reading local magazines. I'm like, wow, they have people here doing this as well. So I discovered Scoop magazine, and I looked up where the office was, and I went and talked to the editor or the publisher and asked if I could write for them, and it just kind of grew from there.
Mm.
So as far as deciding I wanted to be in media, I don't know, it just kind of flowed, you know. I started interviewing people. I started working with, like going to the radio station and interviewing people there, and just building my network, going to concerts, interviewing people after the show, that kind of thing.
So what was the start for the Midwest League then? Like, what was that like? Like, where did you come up with the name? Like, what was the birth of that? Like, when?
The name was kind of like brainstorming with friends and family. And it was just The Leak. And then I ended up changing it to Midwest League to put the emphasis on the area. But yeah, that was it really.
So it was more of a when you did put it as Midwest League, was the idea to actually emphasize Indianapolis or just emphasize the Midwest altogether?
The Midwest in general at the time that I changed it. So when the very first magazine that came out, it said The Leak magazine, but it was like I was taking the Midwest. I was taking Indianapolis to people, and so I was traveling. I was going and representing at every event, DJ conferences. We were the official magazine for the core DJs. We would go to the Southern Entertainment Awards. We would go just wherever there was a gathering of people involved in the industry. We wanted to be there telling them about the talent that we had to offer, because it was like, they don't come here.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We need to go to them and shine a light over here.
Yeah.
And they would be like, Indianapolis, what's there?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we hear that all the time. But it's just cornfields, and I'm like, man.
But they knew about Expo, though. We had the biggest expo in the country.
Yeah,
Like Expo.
It was like, that's the only thing they knew. They're like, yeah, I've been there for that, or I got booked for that, or whatever. So then by the time we changed it to Midwest, it was kind of like we had so many connections around the Midwest. It just became the focus. Like we had a rep in each city, each major city that would distribute the magazines.
Yeah.
So that just kind of became our circuit of moving around.
Yeah.
We would go and visit the reps and go to the shows and host shows and things like that.
So the first magazine was put out in 2007.
And it was kind of a demonstration of that. Like if you look at it, the front cover had Simply Ophelia and the back cover had Gucci Mane. And people were like, you put Gucci Mane on the back cover?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I gotta represent home.
Home team.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
Simply-
Ophelia, she was in
She was
the
popular.
I Get Money video with 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm.
She was on For the Love of Ray J. Well, I don't know if she'd done that yet at the time, but that's really what it was about for me.
Yeah.
But I still wanted to show love to the people. Like Indianapolis loves Gucci.
Yeah.
So he came to town. I interviewed him, and I was proud to have that as one of our first cover stories. But I just couldn't bear to put him on the front.
No, I get it. No, yeah, I understand. Yeah, for sure. That it was like a home team first type thing, like homes first.
And I would go back and read the letter from the editor from the first issue, and it just still rings true.
Yeah.
So all right. So around that. So what can you give us a timeline around that? Like when that affiliate kind of came into play when you dropped that first one with her on it. What was that year?
2007.
Okay.
So that was that a little bit
our
before
junior
like
year.
was that a little bit before like did Jiggly already hit at that point in time?
No way.
No, Jiggly was a few years after that.
Jiggle was like popping at Music Monday.
Yeah.
Music Monday didn't start until 2011.
Oh, okay. So same with like G Fresh and Young Tone, aka Maxie. You know what I mean? So is that two different people?
No.
Okay. Okay, because he said it like
No, I was about to say there was two things like back then I wanted, bro.
like a monkey.
I wanted my Monkey Boy chain,
Yeah.
and I wanted to be on the cover of the League, Midwest
Yeah.
League. I swear,
I
as a kid,
still-
you don't understand, bro. That was like serious.
I think I said this to him at the block party. I was like, bro, we need to get on a cover of Midwest League, bro. We have to get on the cover of Midwest League because again, that was one of them things like
It's a staple.
it was one of them like you have to to be known is to be on the league. For me, I mean, like to know that you're on the cover of the League magazine, that's when you know for a fact you've done
You see him
something.
at barbershops, going to the mall, see him at the kiosks.
Yeah, exactly.
People like, bro, it was a movement.
It was better than Jet.
I go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
So Midwest League for me growing up, like I was doing back in the day, we was doing the events and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I first met you was at 300 East back in the day. Like, and just to see, like, and that was when I was running with, Trill Tide and Guru and all that stuff back then. So just to see that, like, 300 East was cool. Like, that was a cool
That's still probably my favorite club ever. Yeah.
Like, and it was chill. The drinks was cool. Like, it was just a cool little vibe. That was the first club I ever went to. You know?
That was what forced me to be a party promoter.
Mm.
Like it was not on purpose.
How
it
did
was
that even
not
come
like,
about?
oh, I want to have a party.
I didn't know you was a party promoter.
She was in. Hey, she
Really?
She was young, man.
Tell me about that party promotion.
How'd you even get into?
How'd you get into
I
that?
used to have a party like probably every week, 3 days out the week. So if you did the math, like we've had thousands of parties
Yeah.
from back then to now. You know what I mean?
Mm.
If you think Music Monday, 300 East was every Sunday. And then we would have some Saturday events, some Friday events.
Then it was downtown. Ice was it? Did y'all do some Ice Lounge too before?
We would be at Ice Lounge. We had Jillian's before it closed. And then every expo and classic, we did have a nice day cafe.
Damn, she said Jillian's.
What's
Downtown, Jillian's downtown.
Oh, that's that thing with that like
it
the
had a bowling
alley on the second
and
floor.
games.
I haven't heard
Yeah.
that name in so long.
I never went. I was
wasn't outside,
I started late. I started once we started doing the podcast, that's when I kind of started going out and doing stuff. Like, I think I didn't start going out till after I got divorced. Like, I wanted people to see who I was at that point in time. Like, you need to see me and shit. Like, so this was what, 2018?
It's nothing wrong with being in the house.
Well, I mean, shit. I mean, I need people to see me. You know what I mean? So I didn't start going out till like I was like 28, 29. Then once we started doing the podcast, that's kind of when I started going out to the club, like doing the clubs and stuff. We don't really do clubs and stuff now, but it's like doing events and things of that sort. That's when I'm starting to do that now. It's kind of like, how can people do this for such a long period of time? Like, this shit is tiring.
I don't know. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
It was just like, it all kind of went together. Like everything was organic and it just flowed like that. And so it also, I realize now that it was building community. Like we were placemaking for community. We will see the same people on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. Next thing you know, like you may have seen them more than they seen their family.
Yeah.
And and then I realized what was happening, and I realized that people were depending on the events to pay their bills. Like if we have a payroll, this is a business.
Yeah.
So every person that's on our team, that's how they're eating. They're depending on this. So sometimes even when I didn't really want to be there, I still was finding ways to create opportunities for people to eat. That's really how most of the stuff that I did develop.
Yeah.
Because you got people to feed, man.
Yeah.
I mean, as you grow. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's hard, but it's a beautiful thing to be able to do, create opportunities for other people.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Exactly.
Great power comes with great responsibility.
Yeah.
All right, Spider-Man.
What?
I said, okay, Spider-Man.
I mean, hey, man. You know.
But I mean, I think some people think of it like, oh, you just like want to have fun.
No.
But it really, I mean, it was fun. There were fun times, but that wasn't the purpose for me. Like everything had a purpose behind it. Like even in helping people push their music, you got to have a place to break the music. You got to have people, like, it's like a captive audience. Like we know that we can make sure that your music gets heard by people 5 nights a week, and then eventually it catches on,
Yeah.
And it grows. So you've really created. Midwest League has really been a safe space for people for so many years. You know what I mean? Like that's really what it is.
And like the relationships with people out of town, if they're coming through, they wanted somewhere to go. So we knew, like, if we had an event on Mondays, it was so consistent that they could route their promo tours. Like, okay, well, we got shows on these days. We'll make sure that we stop in Indianapolis on Monday. So that's how we ended up with celebrities at Music Monday or Twerk It Tuesday, because they end their weekend in our area. So it brought attention to Indianapolis.
So I have can I something? Just want to fast forward just a little bit. So you know how, you started off doing magazines before like the tech boom really was going. Then everything started going digital. How were you able to maintain and survive during that transition of being from magazine to going digital?
A big part of it is what we're talking about right now. Like, it wasn't always a profitable thing to print the magazine. So it was the whole picture. Like, the magazine may not have profited with this issue, but the events that we had that came along with running the magazine helped. So we were self-funded. It may be that all the parties made it make sense, or the picture booth made it make sense. Okay. So every contribution counted towards keeping the magazine going. And I held on to print for a long time because we have a lot of incarcerated subscribers that depend on it, or it was like a light for them. And so I really, we just printed our last print issue, and that was a hard thing for me, but I'll find something else for them.
What was the reason behind you? Was it because of what was the reason for you not that being your last printed magazine or the last printed issue of Midwest League?
It's a combination of factors, but one of them is just that I want to transition into something else. I really want to focus on writing books. So instead of, and people are so used to the business model that we started with and passing out free magazines, and it just doesn't make sense anymore. Like the time and the resources and everything that goes into producing the magazine, I want you to value what I'm handing you more than just thinking that I should just give it to you for free.
Yeah.
So if I'm creating books and helping other people publish their books, like people see more value. To me, it seems like. And I realize how the magazine is like cementing things in history. And I just feel like the putting that in the form of a book is more like history to me than the magazine itself. But the magazine will still be digital, so y'all can still get on the cover of the digital edition.
We need we need
Some
a
posters and stuff.
I need to we need to go ahead and need to do that, man. So okay, let's back up. So the trajectory.
You said it right the first time.
Okay, of Midwest League. When did you know? Okay, this is something that's going to put a stamp on it for Indianapolis. This is we about to do something with this right here. What was the issue, or what was the memory, or the time where you was like, yeah, this is something?
I can't pinpoint a moment because I've always just been flowing organically. Like
You've been a part of so much.
It's just happening every day. I'm just being the best version of myself every day, competing with myself, like forward motion, focused out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I never had that moment, I guess.
Yeah. Moving and grooving like that, to not know, that's crazy. I think that's a good thing in a lot of ways, because it's kind of like you already knew you was gonna be like, all right, yeah.
There was no option for it to be not that. And if something didn't work, then I would just keep going and do something else. Or especially if you, like I was saying, the math of the number of events that we've had. So if I've done 1,000 events, 300 of them might have lost. 200 of them might have. I don't know, because it's like playing basketball. Like you played so many games. I don't know. I didn't really think about the ones we lost. I'm just like, okay, we're gonna win the next one.
Okay, Brian. Okay, Brian.
But it be like that though. Like it's you just moving in motion. You know what I mean? You're just trying to set it up. You know what I mean? Making sure it stick. So I definitely understand what you doing.
Learning and evolving.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to learn from everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
Do you have
So what was the idea for this space that we in now? You know what I mean? Like, how did this come about?
It's a community recharge center. It's a creative space. It's a place for people to create and cultivate their gifts, skills, and talents, and make money. You know, like for people to come sell their products, bring their vision to life, have events, whatever it is that they do. I want them to have the space and opportunity to do it. And if I need to contribute in helping them bring that vision to life, whether it's a couple words or just, like a creative boost, that's just really what I want it to be. I want people to come here and feel refreshed and feel like they accomplished what they were trying to accomplish, or they at least tried. They learned something.
How can people who are trying to be creative and that's trying to build up, how can they reach out to you and get more info to link to you in the space?
They can go on our website. It's midwestleague.com, or social media works fine. DMs.
Or just tell us. We'll get the word to her.
What's been some of like most recently? What's some challenges you had to overcome?
Like how I was saying, it's okay to be in the house sometimes. Like sometimes I just wanted to be in the house. Like I just wanted to be at home baking cookies and, you know, like,
Baking cookies. I like a cookie. I like a
no,
cookie.
for real.
Sometimes you just want to chill. Like,
I like a cookie.
them
No,
little
for real.
moments.
No, everything's at the crib.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah,
Music,
you
food.
build your world, you have your family, and it's like the outside world don't matter, you know?
Yeah.
But I always feel like this duty to care for my community, and people need certain things that it's hard to watch them not being taken care of properly. So if I'm gifted with a way of caring for people and providing for people, I feel like I'm not upholding the duty, or like I'm not, like I want the creator to be proud of me and say that I use the gifts that were given to me to the best of my capabilities. And so, is it fair of me to sit in the house with my family every day? Is it fair of me to like know how to help people and not do it? So.
Damn. That was deep. That was deep. I see you pop in and out of events all the time. Like for like literally like come in like a ninja and then peep out the scene for a little bit and be like, okay, this is dope, and then leave. So how essential is it for you to show your face, to show your support for all these different events that's going on? So because we seen you last Friday late night munch, you just kind of popped in for a little bit and then popped right out. You came and did a whole thing at our block party, which we completely appreciate. Like that was, I told Brian when I seen you and when I seen the camera, when I seen everything, I said, "Oh yeah, bro, we made it. We made it." Like when I seen you, I seen you, I was so hyped. I was so hyped. And then we was actually did when we did the actual questionnaire and did the interview and stuff. I say, "Oh, bro, this is the highlight of the block party for me." You know what I mean? So how essential is it for you to actually go out and show your face at these events and show your support for the locals?
I feel like you're saying it. You're demonstrating it. That's why. Because everything is love. So it's like I'm love. Like I have to give the love out. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's important to people, then who am I to withhold it?
Yeah.
But I'm not there for fun. I'm not there to party. So I'm not trying to like get a table or get a section and sit there all night and do a shift, you know, unless I'm working. So it's just a balance. But it's important to me to be there because I know that it's important to people to feel my presence sometimes.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you sliding through. I was like, oh,
yeah, that was.
Hey, I was like, cool. That was dope. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, like I said, when I see you, I said, "Oh, bro," and it was early. It was early within the block party, so I don't know how long you stayed, but what you did see was kind of like the beginning of it. Mm-hmm. Once it got to that point, it was just so many damn people. It was just we had to have like almost 800 people out there.
Yeah,
it was insane. And like I said, just the highlight of the night was just seeing you there. Oh. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, these people but Midwest League, oh yeah, bro, we on TV.
Yeah, that's how I see Midwest League though, being a real. I mean, you've been a platform for real for so many people for so many years. You know what I mean, so to me, I would feel like the next step for Midwest League to actually have like a network, to be a network. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
the goal.
Yeah, like and to me, I mean, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like if like it's on streaming platform or what have you, have different Midwest like different shows and like I don't know, that's just
I mean that is the goal.
For sure.
That is the plan. Right. So between publishing books and creating the network and just helping people develop shows that are going to be on the network. That's it. That's the next step. It's in the works currently.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Boss moves only.
Not for real. So 2025, right? This is the year of, I feel like with 2025 being here, 2024 was an amazing year for Indianapolis, right? We had I'm going to say the block party was one of the most highlighted things to ever go on. We also had All Star. I mean, but that's behind. We had All Star. Shreese. We had the block party, not our block party, but the one that's in May out east. All these different things going on for Indianapolis. How do you think we can continue to elevate Indianapolis?
Keep supporting what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, it just continues to get greater. As we can see, we keep getting more opportunities. The people that are getting the opportunities, elevate them instead of thinking that it should have been me, and so not wanting to participate and support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And travel, network, because a lot of the great things that we're seeing, somebody went somewhere else and got inspired and brought stuff home. So
Okay.
that's what
I remember when we went to Atlanta and we seen Atlanta was an eye opener for Breon because when we went to all these different things, and we went to a thing called, what was that called? The Bonfire ATL. And he seen that, he said, "Oh yeah, I got to take this back to the crib." And you can just tell how inspired he was when he seen it, because he's like, "Damn, we can pull this off at home." You know what I mean? So,
and just know they do that with us too.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. So
I mean, I talked to the owner and everything about it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when.
Yeah, bro.
I remember when you did. So, tell me about, how did 317 Day come about? I know obviously it's 317 Day, but what made you want to make that into an actual event?
Well, it was a part of us traveling to different cities that supported the magazine. So we went to St. Louis and we were having a showcase there, and we happened to be there during their 314 Day. And they're like, "Well, y'all are 317. What do y'all do on 317 Day?" And we were like, ask me next year and I'm gonna tell you what we did.
Yeah.
So we really kind of piggybacked on that.
I like the
I really like Woody.
I like 317 Day.
And to see where it's at now. It's dope.
And the first time you did it was last year? Was that the first time you did it?
Year 11.
Really? Last year was my first time attending.
Yeah.
You said you've been in the house.
Yeah, I've been.
Bro been put up.
That's
Bad Betty.
I've been put up, boy.
Bad Betty.
Nah, for real, with my EOS lotion, and my Stella wine, my Stella Rose.
That's what's up.
All right.
Are you ready, Tia? Go ahead, buddy.
So, how do you navigate the city, like when it comes to like dating and things like that?
Oh, this is where you going.
I don't know where we're going. We just diving in. We're just talking. She said we got time. All right, well,
We got time for that, dog.
look, man. But on a serious note, man, like what would you like to see more happen here in the Midwest League headquarters?
Well, I've been telling you that y'all should have an event here for almost a year, because I've been open for a year. It's almost my anniversary, and you haven't had one event here.
It's time.
Yeah.
It's time. We need to do live show. We can do live show here.
Dom said that when we was walking up. He was like, "Dude, we got to do the.
We gonna have the live show.
He's like, we need to do the live show here." I said, "All right, we gonna do it here. We gonna plan it out. We gonna get it cracking."
We're celebrating our anniversary the first week of June, and you're gonna see like examples of, well, everything that happens here on a regular basis is going on, from Laughing at the Leak to Weight Drip has a fitness class here. That's the same weekend as the Vinyl Destination Battle League. We're recording Pop the Balloon or Find Love. We've got Art File with Tony Sticks. It's Sound Check with the Brothers Footman. All those things are happening to celebrate our anniversary. And it's just like things come into life from
What's the date?
The first week of June.
Can we slide our live show in there?
Yeah, my birthday June 12th. You know, Gemini season. Just saying.
Hold on, that'll be dope to be a part of
First
that.
week of June.
Mm-hmm.
June. So June 2nd through the 7th.
So we gonna slide in there like, ooh,
Be a part of it. Hey there. I mean, yeah, we can plan for it
No, we don't.
on the 3rd.
No. Love Jones is the 14th in June.
Well, look at that.
Well, look, we.
That's why I'm
With that
looking
bet,
at-
we
I'm looking
can
at the
definitely take
calendar to see
we
what's
can
going
definitely
on.
take a step back in. We can definitely plan that out. You know what I mean? With the obviously you'll definitely be there to help us with that. Keepers of culture. Your face is painted big.
Mm-hmm.
Do a lot along with a lot of other Naptown legends on the side of the Stutz building. When you got that call that you knew for a face your face was going to be put on the wall, how was your expression? How did you feel?
They surprised us with that.
Really?
I didn't know what they were doing.
Really? Wow. Okay. So when you seen it, like, so how did they even get you down there to be like, hey?
No, I mean, they told us by then.
Okay.
But like, they didn't tell us what they were doing with our pictures or anything.
Okay. Yeah.
They just but they strategically put it together. I mean, I'm honored.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing. Just to be amongst such greatness.
Yeah. Who's all on the wall? We got Maxie, we got Mike Epps, we got Vivica A. Fox. Vivica, is it A. Fox?
Mm-hmm.
Vivica A. Fox.
Well, I ain't seen her. She's
Rob Dixon.
She's nice.
Amos Brown, Mike Epps.
So you up there with some?
Deborah Asante.
So you up there with some
And Mariah Ivy.
some heavy hitters, and you can see it from the highway. Like it's. I would think something like that would just be. Like every time I see it, like yeah, my name Ladina. what you talking about? Nigga, I got my face on a wall.
Nah,
Like-
that's really just not my attitude or personality.
Yeah.
But I will say that, I mean, there have been some moments where I was driving and I was like, wow, you know?
Yeah. Come on, Ladina. Come on, man.
Shit real quick.
Come on, man. Like, nigga, my name on my face on a wall.
Because
What?
every day is not a good day.
It ain't.
So
That's
it's
true.
like that
That's true.
it's like a reminder.
Mm,
Like, get it together.
yeah. Like my face is on this wall for a reason.
Yeah.
It's like maybe it's a motivational thing. Like
Yeah.
keep pushing.
Like, dry your eyes, or don't forget your duty.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I went through what I went through to get where I was supposed to be.
Mm.
So that's kind of what it does for me.
Yeah, so I mean, you hear your name as being one of the pioneers for the Indianapolis culture, hip hop culture.
Then now and then the transition with iHeart.
Mm-hmm.
That was dope. Like, how did that?
Yeah,
how did that come
I
about? That
heard
was
that's
dope.
crazy. Yeah.
So I was told that I was, he pointed, let me say this right. Someone pointed me out to Leon at iHeart and kind of told him about me and what I do at Black Joy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended up connecting one day when he came here in the audience for a filming of Pop the Balloon. And we talked about like some of the opportunities that were present, and I really never considered getting a job. Like, this is my life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it made sense, and it's doing a lot of the things that I've been learning how to do, running my own business. So everything was organic. It just
flowed.
kind of flowed, and it made sense, and I'm learning every day.
Mm-hmm.
I never really expected to be in radio, but it's kind of full circle because I started out when I started the magazine going to the radio station doing interviews. So now to work at a radio station, it just
Came
it's
full
like, wow,
circle.
look at
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
When did you become a full blown entrepreneur?
When you say full blown, what do you mean?
Like when did Midwest League just start funding you? And you kind of like living off of. Well, I don't know if you're living off of. Yeah.
No. So I started the magazine when I was in college, and then I just kept doing it when I graduated.
Mm.
So this is like my first real job.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
That's hard. That's a flex.
I'm like,
Hey, bro, hey, I ain't never had one of these. What were you saying? I never, not a 5. I ain't never had. Hey,
Damn.
no, I mean, like, I worked at Domino's when I was in high school.
man, I ain't trying to
I
hear that.
mean-
You know what we talking about. You know what we
You know
talking
what we
about.
talking about.
So that kind of working at Domino's, I was right next door to Midtown Music. So that was part of my introduction to like really exploring my passion with music. But as far as working at the radio, it is my first real adult job. So they laugh at me when I'm like, how does PTO work? So I tell y'all when I'm not going to come. I'm used to running my
Just
own
doing it,
everything.
yeah.
You know?
Look, it's that transition. How was that transition?
It's not, I wouldn't call it a transition. I would call it an addition
I like that.
because I'm really just adding. I'm
what you
adding to what I do. I'm adding to what they do. You know, I'm adding my network to iHeart Indianapolis.
Absolutely.
And I'm gaining the network of iHeart Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's a big network. That's really
Yeah.
big. It definitely could be beneficial. I want to get your question, your idea about. I remember you saying something earlier about when we was talking. You said something about people being upset about them not getting an opportunity to do things. So recently, we just found out that Kevin Hart is a part of the over the WNBA All Star.
Creative director
over Mike. You know what I mean? With him being from Indianapolis and with him being kind of our face, you know what I'm saying, with entertainment, you know what I mean? How did you feel about, if you felt anything, about Kevin Hart getting that over Mike?
Mike is from my neighborhood. I'm always going to want the home team
Yeah.
to rep, win, everything. So I support him and whatever he feels about it.
Yeah.
Really.
He was on
Get over him. It wasn't like they were in a
Yeah.
competition or nothing like that. I think
It's over.
No, it wasn't.
Because the first thing I'm thinking of, in a situation like that, the first thing I'm thinking about is who's from Indianapolis that has.
But that's not how it happened, man. People bid for those type of contracts. Then Kevin Hart obviously was able to get the contract.
I
and
would
then
just
they
say
could go from
that
there.
I don't know exactly how it happened, so
He
I
bro-
don't
yeah,
want
he
to
told it
speak
on
to
the-
it
was
like
on
that,
reference.
you know?
Yeah, but that's
But-
what happened.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Hart got his production company has a contract with the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it happened. Then from there, from that point he'll contract Mike or whatever. They'll work together in that point. But
I would still even say, like, being in media, nobody knows how it happened.
Yeah, well,
we
that's
know
true. That's
the
true.
perception, we know the story, we know the narrative, but
Yeah.
none of us know what happened to like that. I don't give opinions on stuff like that really because I don't know. They know,
Yeah.
and it's
I think it'll be worked out though, regardless.
So this is a complete preference question. The music scene today in Indianapolis is insane, right? So we got TGI Free, we got Lil Billy, we got all these different dope artists, Paris Ladon, we got all these dope artists that's up in Debo. We got all these amazing artists. But back then, we had Monkey Boy, we had Nappyville, we had Swole, we had that's my era. What
Don't
era?
forget Riddles.
I don't know who Riddles
You know
is.
Riddles?
Man.
But I know just them other three that I just said.
He was a genius.
Is he? So I got a meeting. Like I said,
And he from
Mark
St.
Battles.
Louis. And he from St. Louis. Riddles. When he born in St. Louis.
I mean, he may be from somewhere else.
Yeah.
But he's been here
He from
more than he's
hard,
been
bro.
anywhere else.
Is he?
Hard.
So, what what era of music
Little Scooty and them.
would you prefer? That's Young Tone. If it was a competition, if you had to choose, I mean, obviously we gonna choose both of them. But if there was a battle between today's that music and then that music, who you think would come out on top?
Who's coming out on top right now?
I don't know. This is a preference thing because you was there for that then, and you're not here for that now.
If you go to the club and ask them to play a local song, what song do you think that the DJ would play that would guarantee the dance floor would not clear?
I'm ice cold, money don't fall. Hey, close.
I'm gonna go back then.
Yeah,
I'ma
me
go
too.
Back then to now. It's nothing against now because the music is dope now.
Yeah,
But I just think
Put
I
it
just-
on,
mama.
I just
think-
going on back then.
I think
bro.
back then we were a lot younger
And
the
we were
music
more
was
connected.
The music was more fun.
Take 'em off, boy.
Slowly.
The
But they had the
light. That was
McDonald's
one.
mixtape had a lot of our local music.
They was
back
making.
then.
Hey, Nappyville
There
was
a lot
making
of-
music when the dudes had their shirts off, and humping the couches and stuff. You remember them videos?
Man, I ain't had a blue jeans stain on a white tee in a minute. Bro.
They play that at the club. You grab the first chick you see. Come here. Come on now.
So it may not be a difference in the music. It may be a difference in the culture of supporting the music.
The essence was
So
different.
if people we made it cool to support local music, to know the words to the songs. Like if you came in Music Monday, you felt out of place if you didn't know every word to the local song. When it came on. And then when you came to Music Monday and you saw how the crowd was rocking with the local songs, it gave, as a DJ, it would give you the background to know, okay, I could probably play this Saturday night and
Yeah.
it would work because look, it's working right now. Promoters would come in and say, oh, okay, whose song is this? Okay, maybe I could let them open up at the next concert I have because they have real fans.
Yeah.
So it could be played in Tremors on Thursday. It could be played in what?
I missed the Tremors. I missed
Okay,
that.
don't feel bad.
I only went once, and it was a time.
Well, I'm mad I missed it. If it was Tremors now, I'd take my 35-year-old ass in there now.
With
Best
the rest of the
believe.
city. Everybody.
Hey, let's do like a Tremors reunion.
They've
They
done
did
it.
that.
They've
Did
done
they?
It. It's cool. It's cool. They've done them.
We letting
They've
it
done
breathe.
Let it go.
I heard it.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, we should do it.
I
No,
mean,
they should do it.
Yeah, that's what I was
They
about to
should
say.
do it.
Leave it to the people,
people,
that did
yeah,
Tremors.
Okay.
Not us. That's not. Now,
Okay.
photo shoot.
Now that's a whole different thing. You know, hold on, before we get into that, what would you say to the girl that's in high school now that kind of that knows she wants to go into media but doesn't know
How to get into
how to
it.
get into it or how to where even start? What kind of advice would you give to her or him? You know what I'm saying at today to help them get into it?
Start.
Yeah.
To start. That's the advice.
Get to it.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
There's no point in waiting for any certain thing.
Yeah. We'll start, motherfucker. I
Put
mean,
in front of the other. Jack Frost. So,
I ain't never seen Jack
and
Frost.
You be walking out the door. You got to just get up and go. Just one step in front of the other, and then you be out.
How is one step in front of the other? It was a snowman.
That's how you walk, D-man.
It was a snowman.
That's how you walk.
But he was a snowman.
Jack Frost is not a snowman.
Who am I thinking about?
You're thinking of. No, yeah. There was a Jack Frost. Michael Keaton. Jack Frost was a snowman, but
You thinking about?
you tripping.
But all right. Anyway, so Ladina Brown. This has been by far my favorite interview because, like I told you last week, I've been staining for this one. and you definitely brought the gems. You brought the ambiance. I feel like I'm in a what is that form of where you put like certain furniture together? Feng shui.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I'm in a feng shui era. I mean, aura right now, especially with that beautiful hat you got on. So, let everybody know where they can find you at. Let everybody know that where they can find you at, and what the address of Midway League Studios.
They can find me here, 5860 Michigan Road, or at iHeart Indianapolis, which is 6161 Fall Creek, but don't pull up, the door is locked. MidwestLeague.com, at Midwest League, or at Ladina. Everything else is in the bio.
Yeah, for sure.
We have all these shirts. We're printed by Circle City Ink. We have a print shop down the street, and yeah.
Is there anything that we could do to help support Midwest League moving forward?
Just encourage people to, like, if you love something, show love to it outwardly, openly, show up, support by telling people to show up with you, bring a friend, the space is available for rent. If we don't use it, we lose it. So people are always like, well, how come this doesn't happen anymore in the city? Or what happened to that? Or, well, when's the last time you supported it,
Yeah.
So if you see something that you like,
support it.
Before we go, one thing I would love to see.
You really did let that dating question breathe. You said, yeah, nah, nigga, go ahead.
One thing
I don't know how to answer that question. What do you mean?
I don't mean.
You know what?
But
navigating.
What a nigga! What a nigga!
Would you?
I agree.
D-Man wanted to go on Pop the Balloon one time.
No, shit. No, I didn't.
Did you want to go on?
No. Now, shout out to Too Cool. This is the one that need to be on Pop. Too Cool, Too Cold. That's that's the homie. You know what I mean? Remember, he walked up to me at the Midwest League Awards, and he thought I was the old boy from Nat Packs.
He thought you was Joe?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Do not feel bad.
Hey,
because
so
he said he lost to some retired basketball player. And I was like, you mean 520? Like, that's a big deal.
That's a big
That's a big deal.
520, hey, man.
To even be in the category with them.
Yeah.
You got to be proud of that.
Hey, we've been nominated 3 years, and I've just been appreciative every year.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That's. I mean,
really
just being
care about
nominated. Just being nominated.
I would like to win, but being nominated is dope as fuck.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Being nominated for that, and actually being in the actual building, and actually talking to people, and actually getting to shake hands and actually network with these people means a little more. You know what I mean? Because I'm actually able to shake the hands with the people that's actually in the category or in other categories. You know what I mean? Building relationships with people. You know what I mean? So, but damn, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, okay. Well, this has been Bellies of Bullshit, man. We appreciate y'all for fucking with us and rocking with us, man. You remember I was talking too much? My bad.
No.
That's a nice hat, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. You got a nice hat, too.
Hey, man.
I had to make sure I came on this motherfucker. Shout out to the Fever, man. You know what I mean? Caitlin Clark.
Shout out to
You know what I mean? Angel Reese.
She don't.
What? She don't even know. I think she like fat niggas.
She do. She need to. What's wrong with us?
See, you about to get started on a whole nother thing.
I'm just saying, man.
So you want to talk about navigating dating because you're trying to talk to
Angel Reese, hey. If she going, I'm going. I'm leaving. Hey. That one right there, hey, if I got to give it up, I got to give it up. Love you, baby.
She nice. She cool.
She all right. She all right. She got a nice leg. No, but Ladina, we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much for coming on Bellies Bullshit. I know this has been a minute for us to actually get this done, but I'm glad we was able to get it done. But this won't be the last time you will be on here either. We appreciate you. Yeah, this has been amazing. This has been a blessing for sure.
Really appreciate you and everything that you do.
Yeah, absolutely. You deserve more than flowers. You deserve a condo with chocolate. Chocolate fountain. Yeah. With some Wingstop on the counter.
So random.
You know what I mean? Flowers is cool, but Wingstop is better.
Wingstop is mid.
I like Wingstop, but yeah, he tripping. And with that being said, man, I'm D. Matter Flair. That's Breon. That's Blair. This is Ladina Brown. We thank y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to more Bellies Bullshit. We appreciate y'all tuning in to more Bellies Bullshit. And
that's it.
That's it. We out this bitch, man. Peace.